Hello, good members. I Game Master 1000. And welcome back to an episode of Onimusha 4 Dawn of Dreams. Today we're going to continue. In last episode, we were teased slightly with the ability to hopefully meet Jubei Yagyu, and we also found a small child who might end up needing our help. So, hooray for small children. All right. We also need to take a look at the surrounding area because there's stuff we can find. I don't entirely remember what all the items are, but Drunkard's Diary. Do I have to? Oh, man, gotta do reading. Um, where items? Examine. Other Drunkard's Diary. Okay. The appearance of the Omen Star. If I recall, it was 2 years ago that a strange star appeared in the night sky. That was when the country began to go to hell. Just when I thought things were finally going to go back to normal, the monsters appeared. The earthquakes rattled the land. Mount Asama erupted, and even the rulers seemed to go insane. He killed off the Westerners and is preparing a large army for an invasion overseas. What's wrong with this country? I barely managed to carry on. The only solstice left in me is the warm liquor going down my throat and the beautiful women that serve it. Well, not that there are any beautiful women left in this terrible place like this anymore. Life is so unfair. Well, rude. Don't you know all women are queens? Oh, here's Minokichi. Yeah, basically, we're talking about, oh, this place is freaking sucks now because it's implied that Hideyoshi was actually a good ruler in the wake of Onimusha 3's ending, which is interesting. What are their persimmons doing here? I doubt anyone's going to eat them. Okay. That's interesting. But yeah, I always kind of thought that he was just a huge jerk that nobody liked. Is Minokichi, can I talk to Minokichi, or I guess not. I guess he's just here to guide the way and tell me, oh yeah, go here. It's very interesting. I always just kind of thought he was a huge jerk and never really thought about it, but I guess I guess he was a good ruler because it's implied that the Omen Star is the thing that made him go insane. Invention notes. Right, there's crafting in this game. This game implemented crafting, and you could actually get some interesting weapons by crafting around and doing stuff. It's not like insane amounts of crafting. You just basically just craft like basic supplies and whatnot. A large rotten fish is lying here. It's already rotten and smells terrible. One thing I do like about the Onimusha series is that it isn't necessarily afraid of like adding new things and trying new stuff. Like Onimusha 2 was just straight up a friggin' dating sim, sort of. With like multiple different paths to take depending on who your friend was with. So, uh, honestly, I really like that. Master Soki, it's right up ahead. You must hurry to the child's location. I sense the evil presence growing stronger. It only a matter of time before this area is covered in monsters. There's no time to lose. Okay, we basically just want to scout out this whole area. We can also backtrack in this game. So one of the neat things about this game is that we can. It's kind of required that we go back and explore other areas because when we actually get more people into our party, they can do special things. And with those special things, we can get cool items and whatnot. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Minor inconvenience. I forgot completely what I was talking about. Probably wasn't important. I think we're talking about how eventually we'll have to come back around certain areas and then get cool and trendy new things. Oh look, I found some grass. Isn't that cool? I think grass is actually what we just call herb in this, yeah. Typical grass found growing anywhere. We use that to make herb, basically. Or we use that to make the medicine potions we need. Fangs? I don't entirely know what those are useful for. But we'll definitely use them for something. Something or other. We're in the starting areas, which is like it's a little plain here. But that's where we're gonna it's still gonna show us the ropes and whatnot, so that's what we're here for. Can we push these? No, we can't. This is one of the things we need another character to do. So we can't push these just yet. Drunker's Diary 2, okay. I think we actually need to use multiple people here. That's one of the interesting things about these puzzles, is that they require you to have multiple allies with you in order to actually access certain stuff. It's a puzzle box. Oh yeah, we can break puzzle boxes, and I forget what happens when you break them. You can, I think you can then buy to have the item repaired. But we're not like wusses. We're gonna solve this ourselves. Which these are actually some of the more fun puzzles in the game. I really like these. These are my second favorite next to the pipe puzzles in 2. Okay. Pretty, yep. Okay, we solved it. Congratulations, we're a smart boy. We got the fire dance, the totally not a knockoff Inura from the first Onimusha game. All right, we can access this stuff now. Upgrading our armor increases our ability to access more stuff, which is something we definitely want. I can't tell if we want to upgrade the lamentation because eventually we're not going to need it. But I wonder if we're gonna. I wonder if it's right to upgrade it. And it's our starting weapon, and it feels a little bit sus to not do it. But the fire dance is definitely better. And I don't think there's any reason to not use a specific type. Well, I guess certain magic weapons are good for certain things. Because some have like higher level when you get to the higher levels of their magic, some provide wave clear, some provide CC, they all provide different things. One of the very interesting things about this game, not necessarily sure if it's good or bad, because on one hand, I do kind of miss the uniqueness of getting a new weapon. I also like the idea of like wielding a. I like the idea of scrounging around the weapons that you can find everywhere, and then there's more diversity in what you can use. And the 2 actually has the most weapons out of the whole series. Usually you only get like 3 other weapons. So well, I just went around for no reason. There's no reason to do that. 2 has the most weapons. I think it's like, how many weapons is it in 2? There's lightning blade, spear, wind scythe, wind scythe, hammer, and wind scythe, hammer, and special blade. Usually you only get like 3 weapons and then 3 magic weapons and a special weapon, which of varying usefulness. Here you kind of get that. There sort of is something like that, which we'll get into later. It's not too relevant to us now. Where the heck are we? We were supposed to go here, right? I mean, this is where Minokichi wanted us to go. Camera. Okay. And there's the door. I don't know if this is too handholdy for some, because for some people might not like how it stops you in your tracks and it's like, oh, well, now you gotta go here. It could do with just like, oh yeah, Minokichi's over there, go to this door. Same time, I don't think it's that bad. Also, just like random There are like random NPCs and whatnot that just show up somewhere, like the dogs and the crows and whatnot. They have world building. They flesh things out. There's a dead guy being devoured by crows. Awesome. I sense a human being in the area. I'll try to find them. Okay, so Minokichi is gonna try to find the human being. Oh right, I forgot to. This man has been dead for a while. His soul has long left his body. Ah yes, so we need to find someone who can talk to the dead. Spoiler alert, we will find someone who can talk to the dead. I wanted. I need to look at other. Take a look at the drunk man's diary. The blue demon and the cherry blossoms. I saw some of Lord Hideyoshi's cherry trees again today. They're always covered in a sheet draped over the cart. I guess it's to hide their true form from prying eyes. I hid in the shadows one day and took a peek under the sheet. Underneath the cover, I never seen cherry trees like that before. It was like something from another world. What kind of cherry tree scream? And the shape, it was like I can't bear to remember it. Speaking of those trees, I heard the blue demon has been roaming these parts hunting them down. He must know what they really are. Even if I'm not alone in my nightmare, it doesn't change the fact that I'm living in one. I would give anything to drink with a cute girl now. That poor guy's having a bad day. Ow. Okay, we can take these guys easy. These guys, unfortunately, don't go out in one hit like the usual arrow people, so they're a little more annoying. But they aren't as big of a nuisance, at least not yet. And on the other side, there's a save spot. How do I get over there? Well, I guess there's nothing left to do but to investigate this. He just twists around pathetically and cries for Soki.
Listen to me. I only showed up to help you. A monster helping me? I think not. Ah, the Yagyu style. You're full of surprises. Doki, time is run.
Oh, she's a Yagyu. Very interesting. Alright, and this is where we meet the first of our allies. Fun fact, before we actually have access to an ally, we have to fight them first. So basically, well, man, I got one more shot in me. Man. So every time we have to get a new ally, we have to fight them first. And then they'll join us, probably. Very nice way to make friends. Fight them first.
You have quite an arm for a little girl. What's your name?
Jubei.
Jubei Yagyu.
Hey, Jubei Yagyu! Our Jubei Yagyu!
Have a problem with that? And you should state your own name before asking mine. Oh, of course. Sorry. Name! Name. Well, I don't really have one. If I had one to give, Soki would be it. That's what everyone calls me. You're an odd one. I'm not the only one. I was born with this.
Well, glad to know we have Jubei with us again. Clearly, it's not our Jubei. Unfortunate. I would love to see him again, but we'll get more insight as to who this Jubei is with time. They're not terrible. I actually love them dearly as well. Always nice to see another member of the Yagyu clan, especially after his entire clan was murdered. But you know, I'm back at it again. If I recall up ahead, of course, there should be an old temple. That must be the source of them all. The temple? How do you know? This road leading to the temple is the only one being used to haul all the cherry trees. Make no mistake, the source of the problem is at the temple. Then let's go. We'll sash our way through anything that gets in ours. Alright, and this is basically the teammate system. We can tell them to attack without discretion, wait and recover with the abilities being blocked, and then they'll follow an attack, and then they have their own special ability. Very nice and cool.
Stay over there.
All done?
Stay with
Let's
me and
see.
take 'em down.
What is her special... Can I not? Oh, there we go.
Leaving it to you.
Okay, so Jubei's special ability is that she'll basically just sit around. She won't actually attack, but she'll do some dodging maneuvers and distract the enemies from...
Take 'em. Let's go.
She'll distract the enemies, and then they'll follow her instead of us, which is very good for us. Okay, pretty sick. And now we have our first teammate. And pretty soon we'll actually be able to... pretty soon we'll actually be able to play as her. We'll need to in order to access the weapon, to access some of the other areas. But for now, because we just met her, we have to build up our sort of friendship meter first. So the next area is when we're able to play as Jubei and switch between the two. Okay. But yeah, that's this episode of Onimusha. Until next time, I'm your Master 1000. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more videos, you can like and subscribe to Gamelan today. And peace out. So he just summons these guys. Okay, now they attack. And now we have our magic, which is functions a little bit different. So its main purpose is to act as a means for us to access criticals very easily. This game, it is much easier to access criticals. It's not just like, oh well, you can use criticals like this to, if you're really good at the game, you can use criticals to make certain bosses easier.